Experiment podcast. I'm a little off on that one camera. I'll move that in a minute.
Okay.
Today we've got Rena Cook with us from Sally's List. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with Sally's List, they were starting back when my wife first got in politics. And that's where she went and learned how to fundraise, how to organize, how to get call lists, all this other stuff. Hugely important. And tonight I'm going down to go see Erica in Tulsa, who's running in CD1. Erica Watkins in CD1, and she's actually been dealing with you guys as well. So we have plenty of people to talk about who've been successful with you. The reason I wanted you to come in is it's recruitment time right now.
Yep.
And guess what Sally's List needs also? They need money to get women to move forward to run.
Amen.
Why is it harder to raise money for women than men? And I want to just turn this while you're talking.
Well, it's harder for women to do everything in our culture,
And especially in politics.
especially in politics.
And we're not even getting to talking about just Oklahoma in general.
Yeah, this is nationwide.
It's a
Yeah, it's
nationwide.
nationwide.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's got to be one of the worst places to.
It is a very hard place. Women legislators are very low in this country. 17%, we make up 50% of the population, and yet we're very underrepresented. So that's the goal
Right.
of Sally's List. And as president of their board, my big, audacious, hairy goal is to have a woman in every office on the ballot in the next year and a half, so that everybody has a choice of who they want. And what I tell our candidates is that win or lose, running is our responsibility. It elevates the conversation.
So the talk I had last night, I was dealing with a small group, and I said, why not you?
Exactly.
If you go to these meetings, these other folks aren't that smart. And you know, I grew up with a bunch of really smart people and went to elite prep schools, and so I never felt like I was the smartest person in the room until I went to the Capitol.
Yeah.
I'm serious, they're not that bright. And so when you think, oh, I don't know if I can do this, you go knock doors and meet people and listen.
That's
And if you listen, you will get their vote. If you talk, you will not get their vote. I mean, it's really pretty simple because they don't necessarily want to hear your policy. What they want to hear is, are you a good person and will you listen to
Will
me?
you listen to me?
Right, I know you
will
probably
you
can't.
value me?
Right.
Yes.
Will you look at me non-judgmentally
Yeah.
and hear what I have to say? One of the courses that I teach at Sally's List is how to interact on the doors. You know, we get politically triggered so fast.
Yeah.
So if a man says to me on the door, I'm not going to vote for a GD woman,
Yeah.
and my instinct is to get triggered. But what I teach is, you know, I've heard that before. I don't really understand where it comes from. Can you explain it to me? And usually,
Nice alternative. Yeah.
right? And usually they'll say something like, well, women are not emotionally wired for leadership. And then,
I don't know. I see Mark Wing Mullen out there. I just call him Mark. He's pretty emotional
We
for a
can't
guy.
get her in trouble today.
oh no,
Wait
it's
till-
okay, it's okay. Whatever happens, I can
Right,
fight my
there
way
you
out.
go.
Yeah,
But then what I say is, pivot. Can I share a story about that? That's part of the on the door thing, is to ask permission
Right.
to share your point of view. They're almost never going to say, no, I don't want to hear it. And I will say something like, I was having a conversation with Senator Joanna Dossett, and she said the only tears she's seen on the Senate floor have been men's.
Isn't that funny?
Isn't that
And were they
interesting?
real or were they crocodile tears?
Who
I'd be
knows?
curious.
Who
Yeah.
knows? It's hard to
Oh, wow.
create crocodile tears unless you are feeling it.
Okay, that's pretty valid.
I teach actors.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is to cry
Yeah.
on cue.
Right.
Yeah.
So as far as recruiting women go, because I don't care where I give the speech, I just go, hey, we just need people to run. And the first time out, you're more than likely not going to win, and I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
And so if we can keep you from bankrupting yourself, supply
Yeah.
you with enough money to get there, and that way you're just not on the phone calling all the time. How do we make that happen versus just talking about it?
Well, I have been going to every Democratic club in the state, all the counties, and I talked to them, said, you people know women. out in your community who should be running for office.
Right.
And we look for women whose families are fairly stable, who their children are a little bit bigger, because it's hard to run for office with babies.
Right.
It's kind of hard. And if financially their family is in a position to allow them to run,
Right.
they have an obligation to run right now because things are so dire.
And if not now, when?
And Sally's, well, let me back up. Women will give you all kinds of reasons why they can't. I'm not qualified. I don't understand policy. I have a past.
Right.
I don't want things that come up on Facebook.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I was raised in the theater in the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah.
Right?
Your past is probably interesting.
But there is no photo
Right,
tracking.
there's no video.
Right? There
Same
wasn't
thing.
social media. So all women can learn to run for office.
Right.
And it's just a matter of learning a skill set. And that's what Sally's List does,
Right.
is teaches you systematically every step, from how to put your team together, what your timelines are, how to do your signs, how to do your postcards, how to raise money.
Right.
And I help with stump speeches.
Nice.
You know, how do you
Yep.
turn this voice
Right.
into someone that we want to listen
Right.
to? And so everybody can be a better speaker. Everybody can learn how to calm performance anxiety. And I have a whole system for that. So we help with everything that could possibly be a stumbling block, and then support throughout the process.
Nice.
So are
Okay.
you, are you at Oklahoma, do you just run the Oklahoma chapter of Sally's List, or is this a nationwide deal that you do, or how are you
Thank you
involved?
for asking that. Sally's List is local to Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Sarah Jane started out, an old
Sarah
friend of
Jane
mine. Yeah.
Rose, yeah, she's amazing. This was her vision 15 years ago. But throughout the country, I have found there are groups just like us.
Okay.
Emily's List is the national
one.
organization. And then Texas is Annie's List. Arizona
for-
is Arizona's List.
Gotcha.
And New York is Eleanor's Legacy.
Oh, nice.
And
a
we
great
get
choice
them on.
Because of Ann Richardson, right?
I
down
hope
there,
so.
who was
Ann's-
like
Ann's
really
amazing,
One of
or
the
was
best
amazing.
Texas governors they've
Right,
ever had.
they've ever
So-
had.
Oh man,
right.
they've got a
So-
mess down there right now.
now.
Can I throw one other thing in there
Of
that,
course
that
you
might
can.
be pertinent? If the women are running, it is important that your partner at least be okay with it, if not supportive. Because what I always found with my wife, she didn't need me doing anything for her. What she didn't know is I was behind her doing the driving, carrying the mints and all the, there's a whole bunch of stuff that has to happen. And as a female, as a guy, I don't care who drives me around. As an attractive female, it really does matter
Yeah.
how that person presents you. And it's so weird. So we were saying before we came on, I can wear a t-shirt and show up to an event and talk and nobody cares. She has to be dressed to the nines and look spectacular.
Yeah.
And that is the truth. So my job was to
It's
help
our
Kathy
reality.
do that. And when
Yeah.
she was dressing in the Love's bathroom, I would hang the stuff on the door because you can't walk in. And then she could
Yeah.
get dressed as she did all the time
Yes.
in a gas station bathroom and get ready to go speak. It's fun and it was exciting and it was really fun to go all over the state. So I don't want to discount it too. It's just work and collecting money. We had a blast and met thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Well, you know, that's what our candidates say, even the candidates who lose. I learned so much, I met so many people, it was so exhilarating.
Right.
I want to run again.
Right.
And,
And that's the key.
almost
And you'll
all,
probably have to.
Right.
Yeah, well,
He lost his first race by one vote.
Yeah,
Literally
one
ran
vote.
again and then smoked
But
it
I
the
had my
second
own,
time.
you know, hey man, I've done political strategy for a while and stuff. So, and you said something that I almost wanted to disagree with,
Okay.
but not disagree with.
bring
but
it on.
One is, if I walk up to somebody's door and they say they're absolutely not gonna vote for me,
Yeah.
I don't
I-
waste my time with them.
Yeah, you move
There's
on.
better people. There's
Right.
low, see, I go after the people that are like-minded, that are going to vote for me and let them know to
Right.
vote for me. The people that aren't gonna vote for me, those are the harder, it's not
They're
worth, it's not
hard.
worth it.
They're hard,
Yeah.
but I do disagree. I think it has to be worth it. In Oklahoma, there will never be enough Democratic voters to elect.
Right.
And so we have to find the moderate Republicans, the independents,
Yeah.
and even if at the door they say, There's no way I'm gonna
Voting
vote
for a woman.
Yeah, well, you know,
So
that-
she's
that-
talking about when they say, I won't vote for a woman.
Or-
not I
Okay,
won't vote
now,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Even
Right.
if
Now,
I
yeah,
get,
you know,
I won't vote for you.
But I would rather go for the low-hanging fruit because
Of
that's
course
the
you would.
easier stuff to get, right?
But
So,
you don't win
the
elections
statistics.
that way.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
actually
win
do.
city. You can win city doing that. But
You know,
statewide,
because it's all about, I do math for a
he's a
living.
stat.
I'm a stat
He's a
guy.
stats man.
It's all about it's all, and it's all about, it's really about political strategy in a way, and it's using statistics and everything else
Right.
with it. There's more people out there that don't know that I'm running that would vote for me
If
that
you
I
got-
know I could hit to
Right.
get them to vote for me than just stand there for 20 minutes trying to argue with a guy
That's
who's
right.
never going to vote for
Well,
me.
you don't argue. That's
know?
the thing.
She was just giving a presentation
let
and
me
turned
just-
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, if I get that at
Well,
the
that's a
door,
good, different perspective.
What I
That's a
say-
good perspective.
what I say is, I still want to know what's important to you.
Right.
Even
Yeah.
if I never get your vote.
There you go.
What are the things that you and your family worry about and talk about? If I were elected, what could I do for you that would make your life a little easier?
That's good.
Right.
I like that.
And that flips
And,
it.
and also, you're not trying to take a whole lot of time
No.
standing there trying to turn their
So-
vote because they might
Right.
not still vote for
If
you.
you're not getting it sooner or later, you got to cut it off and
Yeah.
roll. But give it. I agree.
I
Give
agree
it a
with that.
college try.
I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Kathy wouldn't turn on anybody unless they threw her business card in the trash can or something like that. And they did something like that, and she'd say, "Pick that up and give it back to me. Those are 3 cents each. If you don't want it, that's fine, but don't disrespect me by throwing it away."
I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was fair, and they would go reach in and give it back. Oh, I'm sorry. And then usually somebody else in the house would come out and go, "Did you throw that?" You know, there's at that
It is-
point
it's all-
the win or
Yeah.
loss is already over, so it doesn't matter.
But if you, in a few minutes, can say in so many words, I value you.
Yeah.
You are a human being, regardless of whether you want to vote for me or not. But I am dedicated to making this world or this state work for everyone.
Okay, let me jump in with one thing because I know we're probably getting close on time.
Yeah, I
So
think so.
other than Sally Kern, I would say women being in politics, we would not have the problems with schools that we have right now. Sally Kern was a school teacher here that was just an awful human being. But she was in the legislature forever, so the Republicans used her to go, well, see, she's a teacher and she doesn't agree. And she
Yeah.
was just dreadful and a homophobe and a bigot and all these other things.
Oh,
And she
yeah.
was from over in Bethany. And something like that, you look at and go, okay, that's not really the woman we wanted in. We still want more women, but that one was pretty strange. But how do people get a hold of you all and so to pass along information? So I'll be at a deal tonight where other women are going to be
Yeah.
there. Who do we tell them to get a hold of? Do we just call Sally's List, or how do we do it?
Sally'sList.org.
Okay.
Is our website, and there's interested in running for office or interested in training, just hit that and sign up. Or they can reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, Rena Cook. And I would be glad to have a conversation, have coffee,
Right.
answer your questions,
Yeah.
and see if we can't get you to start thinking about it. I encourage women who are just thinking about it to take the training.
Take
Once-
the training,
Yeah.
and then you literally might just go, heck, why not?
I got to
Why
do
not
another
me?
quick plug here. My website, which is kitfairchild.com,
Has
there's a
their link,
page
right.
on it that has a link to Sally's List where
Right.
you can get involved, donate, everything else on it. So you can go to my personal website and you can get to them through there as well.
Oh,
And
that's
any
great.
women watching, look, we need more women in there. I think that's obvious. And whatever you're worried about, so I had an old girlfriend of mine, she was like, well, I did this when I was 15. I go, nobody cares. Do you see the clown show that is politics right now? Do you think anything you did as a teenager matters
Yeah.
anymore? You could have had 3 kids at that point. No one cares. You know what? That makes you realistic to most Oklahomans.
Right, absolutely.
Whatever you think your fault is more than likely, you just
An
need somebody
asset.
like me that spins it into an asset. And we'll teach you how to do it.
And that's what I do when I help our candidates with their stump speech, you know, the introduction speech. It's use your background. What is your story?
Right.
And they'll say, oh, I don't have a story. Oh, yeah.
Everybody's got a story.
Yeah, you do. And I uncover it through our conversation, and I'm taking notes as they talk.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, here's your introduction, and here's your conclusion. Oh my God, that story.
Just
Let's
needed
go.
a speechwriter.
Right. Well, we do it together.
How
They
we
don't-
doing, Kit? Sorry.
That's okay.
Where are we at? We are at.
He has no glasses.
I got him.
And we're both looking at our time.
We're at 15 minutes,
Oh,
actually.
okay, cool. Let's do this. Rena's gonna step out for a minute, and then we're gonna do a TikTok for 10 minutes after this and cover more Sally's List. Is that all right with you?
Okay.
All right. Let me do that, and then Kit and I gotta yell about some people.
Oh, yeah, man, we got some stuff to talk
We got
about.
some people we gotta yell about. Okay, let's do it quick. We got
All right,
less
let's
than
do it quick.
5
We got a
minutes.
bit.
You were excellent, by the way.
So where do we want to start, man?
Okay, I think first things first, we got to look at the county jail who
County
got busted
jail, holy
for
man.
when people pay their bail, they were still holding them 2.5 days. That is kidnapping.
Yeah, that is kidnapping.
That is literally kidnapping.
That's the county going to get sued for holding people too long, and they're already out of money
And
because we have people in there that are fleecing the county. This
Right.
county takes in more money than any other county in the
state,
state, and it's
right.
broke.
Right.
What does that tell you? That tells you either we have really
Mismanagement.
bad
Or
management
corruption.
and corrupt. I think it's
Right.
both. We have people putting their money in the cookie jar, and we have really bad management.
So I think the question is what do they have to do from here? So the jail trust has been a joke from the start,
Yeah.
a catastrophe from the start.
3
2
days.
months ago, we had people sitting down with us going, "Oh, we're gonna get rid of the jail trust," and then they flipped it on us again.
Yeah.
And then they've decided they're gonna bring a vote to the people for $660 million
Yeah.
more, and Miles Davidson's gonna go ahead and dig the hole for the jail, so we're stuck with it.
We're gonna have
Or-
Tulsa. It's gonna be just like what we call Tulsa Stonehenge.
Right.
If you know what that is, you go down I-44 to where 75 is and crosses, and you have these nice pillars there that have been
But the highway never got built.
because
Yeah.
it didn't get finished
Right.
and because they ran out of money. And this is exactly what Miles Davidson, the corrupt piece of filth, is
Yes.
trying to do to us. Because this is the deal.
And
He's
he's
gonna come back and
gerrymandered.
he's gonna say, well, we're out of money. We got to build it. Look, we already built it. If we don't finish it, we're gonna lose all that money.
We
And
lose the
that's-
260 million.
and that's exactly his chicken little cowardice greed he's going to use on us when it comes to getting more money
Yeah.
from the citizens
Isn't
of
that
Oklahoma
crazy?
County.
And it's predictable. Okay, 2 minutes left. Let's talk about Gavin Newsom and the world's best
No,
trolling.
yeah. Well, you know, I love it because one thing, he's sucking out the oxygen in the room.
He is
Trump,
eating it alive.
Everybody else, including Ryan Walters, has to
Yeah.
get in the act because we know that guy loves attention. So he had to get out there the other day and talk about new scum and and we're going to do all this to
Yeah.
his teachers. And it's like, they don't want to come here.
Right. They have no desire to come here.
They have no
So,
desire.
do you know who Ryan Walters wants to be when he grows up, really? Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom.
Right. You know who nobody wants to be right now?
Ryan Walters. Nobody wants to be Ryan Walters. Nobody.
Okay,
wants to be him.
school board meeting next Thursday. I don't know what the time is on it, but we're gonna have a deal before and have some speakers and everything, and we may just be
Alright.
doing it out of a loudspeaker. We'll have 50 of my FU T-shirts to give away, and a bunch of church fans and gimmicks and some pitchforks out.
Yeah.
So ready to roll on it. One more thing.
One more
quickly,
thing.
quickly,
So
quickly.
we're talking about, well, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff on
We
ice.
can't read
and,
the whole list.
You know, we can't do it all. So because we got gerrymandering going on in Texas,
Isn't
and
that
we're seeing all
crazy?
that, and this all happens to do with the Gavin Newsom thing too. And then, you know, ICE being afraid of Subway sandwiches, which, you know, hey man, you know, I was thinking you got all these righties sending everybody pizzas.
Right.
You know,
We need to
and
send
I mean, I don't want to be a
sandwiches from
stochastic
J-
terrorist or nothing, but you know, start sending. We should see like, hey, send some Subway sandwiches to Kevin
Yeah.
Stitt to his governor's office.
And down to the State Board of
And
Ed
State Board of Ed.
from Jared from Subway, because he's got some issues that their people have.
You know,
All right, let's clear out.
Let's clear out.
Good talking to you, everybody.
See you guys.
See ya.
Next week.
And that is what we do.